Okay, so for uni, we have lots of different words. Elena brought up unicorn. Uni, one corn.
One corn.
Okay, so we have a unibrow, right? If you have your eyebrows go all the way across pretty much, it's saying that you have one eyebrow instead of two. Let's see, there's so many. Unilateral, we just talked about yesterday in geometry, or that part of math. Unilateral, lateral means side, right? The things related to sides. So unilateral means one side. Let's see, what else do we have? Unilingual, one language. Unimolecular means it has one molecule. One second. Unicellular, that was one of our vocabulary words so unicellular means having one cell. Okay, so that can be, you guys can either do that word and look up the definition for that and tell me about it, or you can do unicellular. You do unicorn, unicellular. Why am I forgetting all the words that start with uni? One second. Alina? Unicycle. There you go. Oh, universe. There's one verse. Universe. Uniform. That means it has... A uniform is called a uniform because there's only one form of dress. Unisex, that means one gender. Okay, so that means if you have clothing, like a sweatshirt, it can be meant for boys or meant for girls because it doesn't really look like either one. Or just, unicorn, like we said, one corn. That's so funny to me. Okay, so universe, university. You guys can pick a uni word, and I want you to write that down, and then write equals and write the definition. You can, if you choose unicellular, you can just write having one cell. Okay, so that is for uni. Now we're gonna go to mono. Remember, uni comes from Latin, okay? And then mono comes from Greek. You don't have to write those down. You don't have to write down where they come from. Okay, so mono words. Let's see, yeah, monotype. Even these are boring. Monotonous. Let's see, we'll do monotone. So if you've ever heard someone read a book and they're reading it like this, that is monotone because it means they have one tone of their voice. But when we read a book, we should read in different tones like this. And it makes it more interesting, right? So monotone can be your next thing that you're gonna write. You're gonna write under this, under mono or uni. And then you're gonna write tone, one word, M-O-N-O, and you know how to spell that part because you know that's the root word, mono. Then you're gonna go into tone, T-O-N-E, monotone. The root words help us to spell things correctly. Monotone equals having one tone. Write that down. Having one tone. So someone on the radio, they can be monotone. Someone in person just talking to you, they can be monotone. Someone reading a book can be monotone. They can have a monotone voice. And if you want to go a step further, you can do the word monotonous. Now that is extra credit. You do not have to do it, but it is M-O-N-O, mono, T-O-N-O-U-S. Mono, T-O-N-O-U-S. And that means repetitive and boring. So you can write repetitive / boring. Okay, so we learned what mono, the Greek root word mono means. Technically it means alone, but we use it as one. And then uni is the Latin root word, and that means one as well. So anytime we hear a word with uni or mono, we're gonna know it's talking about one of something, okay? We'll at least know that much to begin with. And then our spelling words, our vocabulary words are monotone, and then you got to pick your either unicellular or a different uni word, and then write the definition to that. Well, you guys let me know when you have done that, okay?